Hey, everybody. Thank you very, very, very much for joining us again. My name is CJ Rosenbaum, one of the founding partners of Rosenbaum Famularo, and our law firm is the one behind Amazon Sellers Lawyer. We help sellers all over the globe with their account suspensions, plans of action, appeals, intellectual property rights, and we help get sellers back online quickly, quickly, quickly. I also try to bring to Amazon sellers all over the world people and companies that can help you do better on Amazon. And I'm blessed to have Carlos Alvarez from the Wizards of Amazon Instagram group. They have a tremendous following. He's in South Florida, and we're just really psyched to have him here today. So, Carlos, do me a favor, introduce yourself, tell our people, our listeners, how you got into this crazy space that we're all in, a little bit about your history.
Sure, absolutely. First of all, thank you. I can't begin to thank you enough for being on here. You're absolutely amazing. I love what you do. I love your show. I have friends that have used your service and they sing nothing but your praises. Myself, I started selling online I've been doing this full time on Amazon for 10 years. I had an expensive ex-girlfriend, had some stuff around the house, sold it on eBay. I got hooked on the process and the rest is kind of history. One of my first brands was after getting ripped off on Alibaba, I started a live insect brand and I sold it for more money than I thought I would ever make. I blew a bunch of it quickly in Miami, then decided I didn't want to be broke and started some brands on Amazon, and here we are.
Well, we're going to leave alone. Even though I'm dying to ask you about the expensive ex-girlfriend. I hope it's an ex-girlfriend and not,
yes, it's an ex.
Not your current wife who seems great, okay? Okay, it's got to be a team effort in life. So when you talk about one of the partners being expensive, it just lays the groundwork for bad stuff, and I'm divorced. So, and I love that you sold in live insects. I haven't heard of anybody doing that yet. That sounds really cool. So
yeah, when I got ripped off on Alibaba, based out of just inexperience. It was somebody that said they had all my stock. They had a factory in Hong Kong. I mean, there are no factories in Hong Kong. They're in mainland China. A simple Google search would have exposed it, but I was green. I sent the money, $85,000 from friends and family. And I just wanted to do anything to get it back. I sold stuff around the house and I was into reptiles. So I went to go sell my reptiles to a store, and a gentleman in front of me paid $25 for 50 live worms. I was at the time so desperate. I was like, I'll go dig. I'll dig worms. I'll sell them. And whatever it takes. So I went to a public library to figure out where you can find these worms, and just stumbled across an article of a zoologist that was writing an article about zoos saving money breeding insects. And I said, they mate and they breed. I can manage that. I saw they sold online, and again, I grew the company rapidly, and it was my first seven-figure purchase of a company within 2 years. This was almost a decade ago.
It's a big number. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about today: reviews, reviews, and reviews. And I'm not shy about telling all of our listeners that when our public relations person booked this webinar, I froze, and whatever little hair I have stood up straight, because reviews can often be the cause of suspensions. So I grilled Carlos yesterday because I was like, wait a second, I can't have somebody on where I'm concerned they're going to get people suspended. And what Carlos described to me just sounded really organic, okay? And that's why I want him on here. He's a great business person. He's a great guy. So let's talk about your Instagram group. Let's talk about your experience getting reviews organically, okay? Not violating any of Amazon's. And I had to reread them yesterday to make sure.
Yes.
So talk about what your group is and talk about how you get reviews and what you've done. Really, because this is like boots on the ground stuff.
Sure, absolutely.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, definitely real boots on the ground. The Wizards of Amazon group started as just a Facebook group, and it was to kind of maintain communications between our meetups. So I organized the largest Amazon sellers meetup group in the US, and we meet 7 times a month, soon be going to 9 times a month. I'm blessed to have a wife that allows me to pull that off, 9 meetups a month. And the group is amazing. I say on a low turnout, we're about 25, 30 members. And for 7 times plus a month, that's pretty amazing. So the communications between the meetups was necessary, and we created the Facebook group. Then on Instagram, I was slow to adopt the Instagram stuff, but Wizards of Amazon on Facebook, I have a live IGTV episode that comes out every day, Monday through Friday. And it's all about strategies that comply with Amazon's terms of service. I never want to feel worried that I'm going to get an email and get suspended. And, I don't want to think that way. So all the strategies I implement in my business are white hat or organic.
Let me just interrupt you 1 second. What I want everyone to stay on line, I'm generally older than most of the people in this space. Okay. And I've been an entrepreneur lawyer, my entire career. And at the end of the show, I'm going to give the key to entrepreneurial and life happiness. So please stick around. Carlos, make sure I don't forget. I'm going to give the key to life and business happiness and success. So stick around to the very end.
That is the key too. Let's see.
Tell our listeners what you do or what you did in order to really drive reviews organically. So I think it was just tremendous. I was so psyched when you told me about it.
Definitely. There's a few things. To kind of start it off, they're outside the box, and I've always been a fan of email marketing. I've always been a fan of SMS marketing, where you text a word and an automation comes back. So I use those to try to get organic, try to get reviews. So one of the strategies I used is we would go out with different products at different times. We'd invest, $200-$300 in a tent and a little booth at a farmer's market. And there's a ton of farmer's markets. Most of the great ones are free. And we would set this booth up, and it's early in the morning. Imagine a farmer's market. So we would get all these different, methods of making coffee, because people getting there first thing in the morning, they smell the coffee, even if coffee's not the product we're selling. And we'd have the French press, the vac pots, everything. And while people come up and we have these signs for free coffee, we're able to engage them and speak to them about our product, what we're about. And even in the beginning, we didn't even have signage. So we needed to explain to them what our tent did. We didn't have food stuff like some of the other booths. And obviously myself and other people that speak, knowledgeably about the product were able to easily identify who would want to use our product, who liked it. Based on what they said. And if somebody liked it, like for example, one of our food products that had to do with pork, we told them if they loved it, text the word bacon to 69922. So they're right there with their phone. You're talking to them. They're enjoying your free coffee. They whip out the phone and they text it. Now, the automation that comes up afterwards is, obviously if I give them the product for free, I need them to also go buy the product full price on Amazon. And full price for me was not even that I had anything against incentivized reviews. It was that I wanted to make more money as a business person. So I wanted people that loved my stuff. I want them to buy full price. Anybody would get it for free. So I would give them an item that wasn't like the main item I was trying to get reviews for, but it was complimentary. So maybe a smaller pack of bacon trail mix rather than the actual pack of the product I wanted to sell. And they loved it. They would text the word, pig to 69922. I would get their email list. I would build an email. I would get their email, and then I would send them the link to the actual product.
This is great. This isn't new. It's new for sellers to do. But in reality, it's not new. Like, I'm thinking back to the business stories. This is what the cigarette companies used to do. They used to go to Little League games, right, and give out free boxes of cigarettes. When the soldiers were going off to World War II, they got free cartons of cigarettes, right? So they'd come back as consumers. They would get hooked. It was addictive, and I don't really believe in doing that. But they do this all the time. You give some products away. You give away samples. Me and my daughter, my 14-year-old, and even my 30-year-old stepdaughter, are cyclists. We do a 40-mile ride at the beginning of the season. We do a century, 100-mile ride at the end of the season. And at all the bike expos, they're always giving out free samples, so then you buy. And I think what's genius that Carlos is doing is that when he gives the sample out and tries to get the purchase, he's also educating the consumer to leave a review if they like it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, we all know that Amazon is super strict when it comes to reviews. You can't even ask someone to leave you a great review. You have to just ask for the review kind of blankly. And we've been monitoring, like as we buy stuff on Amazon, what's coming in the packages. You got to be super safe. But what Carlos is talking about, and I tried to poke holes in it like crazy because I'm afraid of sellers following one of these webinars and then getting suspended. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, now I can't officially endorse it, but I love it. I mean, getting right to the people, getting them to buy it full price, making the profit on the sale, and then educating that they like it, to leave a review. I think it's genius. That is the heart of organic boots on the ground marketing.
Absolutely. We didn't ask for a specific positive or negative review. We just want a review. Actually, we were on the lookout for negative reviews as opportunities to improve our product, to improve our packaging. We thanked those people, and usually they were so shocked, because normally when you leave a negative review, you kind of think, well, they're not going to talk to me anymore. But on the contrary, we brought them in closer. We had them, show us where we can improve on our product. So it was a win-win for everybody.
I got to tell you, I think educating people before they purchase as to the value of the reviews, I think is great. We constantly ask. If people call us and we give a free consultation, which we always do, we don't ask for any money until we think we can help. We say, and by the way, while you're thinking about it, or if we tell people we can't help you, or we educate them as to how they can help themselves, we'll help people write their own plans of action. We always say, and we send them links. Hey, if you don't mind, leave us a review. Reviews drive traffic to everything nowadays. This is one of the game changers that Amazon did. It used to be just the top 10 reviews for restaurants and books, and now it's reviews drive everything. And what Carlos is telling you is that by not only being the boots on the ground and being in the trenches, you have to educate people how much the reviews help. So if they like your product, review it. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. And this is a line, I'm talking a lot today. This is like my third cup of coffee. If you like this video, please like it, share it. And as my daughter says, smash the like button. Okay. And leave reviews that these webinars are helpful. Okay. Tell more about your boots on the ground stuff, because I think sellers need to really get out from behind their computers, or hire people to get out from behind their computers and get out there in front of people.
Absolutely. And that last part you said is super important. We weren't able to be in every farmer's market at the same time. So we hired people to be in these other booths at different farmers markets. We educated them on our product so that they can educate other people at these booths. Some of the other methods we used, I'll give an example of one of the brands that I've since sold the brand, but it was a scuba diving gear brand. And we wanted to launch it. Now, my abs are not beach ready. I can not drown, but I'm not a swimmer. Scuba diving's been on my bucket list, but it's not something that I've done. So I wasn't the best. I wasn't like the poster boy for, scuba. So I wanted to launch the product though. And one day I know reviews are important. One day I'm at a Starbucks. I'm a big coffee drinker, and most people don't realize this exists. And when I first say it, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. But the next time you go into a Starbucks after I've said this, you're going to see it. As a matter of fact, they're going to jump out at you everywhere. And every Starbucks, and Panera Breads and other places, but Starbucks for this example, they have a community board where you'll usually identify it, because it's by the spot where everyone's congregating, waiting for their coffee. And it has these little like efficiency for rent with the little tabs that you can tear off. It has, math tutor for hire, and different things like that. But those are all service-based stuff. So it never really got my attention at the time. I wasn't in any service-based businesses. And one day I saw somebody selling, it was like a used guitar. And I was like, that's a product. And so my Amazon mind gets to going. And I'm like, wait a minute, like everyone's looking at this board. So what I did is, I can barely match my clothes. So I hired a VA, and I had some really nice, colorful flyer done on a piece of paper, which is important. It was a piece of paper. It was not a print press. It wasn't anything like that. At a home printer. And I created a meetup group. So a local meetup group. The meetup font is unmistakable. I created a meetup group surrounding my scuba topic. I even reached out, and this is a little aside, I reached out to a local scuba instructor and said, look, I want you to offer free scuba classes to my meetup group. Of course, I'm going to pay you to offer these on the side, but I want my group to feel like they're free. So I put this up on the board, and I also included a scuba product that I was looking for people like to be a brand ambassador about and give me feedback on. Not even Amazon, just feedback on this product. And then I included ways to get a hold of me. I included a QR code. I included a phone number, an email address, and different ways to contact myself about the meetup and the product, as well as join the group. I wrote down a cool little stat on this, and that is I had to look it up as I wanted to give you some good numbers, but there's 694 Starbucks in Florida. I'm from Miami, Florida. There's 21, a little over 21 million people in the population, I guess, as of the last census. There's one Starbucks per 30,000 people. So there's a lot of Starbucks.
And let me interrupt you for a second. First,
Sure.
getting into making a project of getting your flyer into all these Starbucks was great. There's a terrific book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it's this concept about giving value, giving content, right? And then getting a sale or getting a deal. And I think that by giving away the information on the scuba, giving someone to teach them a little about scuba, right? Where to them it's free, you're giving stuff and then you get repaid by them coming back to you and getting the reviews. I also love that, you branch out, you hire the people, it doesn't cost a ton of money, and you're really looking at organic reviews that may come slowly, but before you know it, you have a lot of reviews. So how many reviews have you been able to obtain with this boots on the ground, things like Starbucks, things like giving away free samples, and really just educating? Tell us about your success. Don't
Sure.
be shy.
With the Starbucks alone, once we saw that it worked, we branched out to all the Starbucks. We got local group members, people that lived, from Central Florida on down to South Florida. And over a span of many years, we amassed just from Starbucks a little over 15,000 reviews across different niches, different products. It's not just all in scuba. And through our boots in the ground effort, using farmers markets that way, like I just spoke about, Starbucks, Yelp, Groupon, in total, I'd say we hovered around 25,000 with our reviews with these boots on the ground efforts. And over the last year and a half, since there's been a lot of takedown of reviews, I can confidently say I've not had a single review removed. They were legit. They were full price purchases by people, and some of them left negative reviews. But I'd say we're around 25,000 reviews to date using these boots on the ground methods.
I got to tell you, that's tremendous. And it takes patience and time and perseverance. Many sellers are aware that Amazon is taking down reviews like crazy. Okay. They're taking down reviews, even though sellers were 100% compliant with the rules as the rules change. Incentivized used to be okay. Giving people samples used to be fine. And then all of a sudden it was okay until it wasn't. And Amazon is taking down unverified reviews, which makes sense sometimes. They're taking down verified reviews, okay, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Then they're also preventing new reviews. As a law firm, we are aware of this review suppression that Amazon's doing, and we are actively looking for clients, but you have to be clean. You have to be 100% clean, because we don't want to draw a scrutiny to an account that has any problems. Okay, so we've actually talked to probably about a dozen different sellers about this already. And invariably there's been an issue or two issues or multiple accounts or, something else that was done that could be a problem. We've rejected them and advised them not to go after it, not to, poke the bear. But if you've suffered review suppression and your account is 100% clean, and you're also confident that your partners are 100% clean and they don't have some secret side accounts in their basement, call us and talk to us. Okay. Yeah. But 25,000 reviews is tremendous and takes patience and perseverance. And I love this going into Starbucks. I mean, I did something similar. I mean, a lot of viewers know that before we started focusing entirely on Amazon, I was a trial lawyer. Okay. I was in the courts like, every day. I've probably tried more cases than all the lawyers combined. Okay. And then I did divorce mediation. And when I was doing some divorce mediation after going through my own divorce, I put signs up in our local train station. I put a sign up at the JCC where, me and my daughter used to swim. And that's boots on the ground stuff where people see it. And if they're getting some value, you educate them, and then they can buy your product at full price and leave reviews. I mean, it's just fantastic stuff. Hey, give me the name of the Facebook group. I want to put that back up. I've been playing around with the subtitles. The Facebook group is Wizards of Amazon, and the Instagram profile is Wizards of Amazon as well. I'm very active on both of them. The meetup group is South Florida FBA Amazon Sellers. For anyone that is local, more than welcome. It's all the groups, all the meetup groups are 100% free. There's no upsell. There's no course I have for you at the end. There's nothing like that. It's just a bunch of sellers getting together and sharing what works. I got to tell you, I think that's a tremendous value that sellers have. Like, a lot of sellers don't want to share their products, but what's working, their mechanisms, how to work their listings, alerting each other to problems. The forums are absolutely 100% super valuable. All right. What else, Carlos? What else do you want our listeners to know about what you do and how you can help and how they join your meetup and that sort of thing?
As far as what other boots on the ground review strategies, or as far as other ways we can just stay in contact afterwards?
Let's stay focused on reviews. Reviews. It drives everything nowadays.
Sure. Another, completely white hat review tactics, boots on the, and it's not as boots on the ground, but it's pretty much the same thing. Is at one point I had this pretty niche product, and Starbucks wasn't a good fit. The farmer's market wasn't a good fit. And I'm online one day and I'm reviewing a similar product at a service locally, and I go on Yelp, Foursquare, Groupon, all these places, and Yelp and Foursquare specifically. And what happened was, it was a pair of dance shoes. I met my wife through learning how to dance salsa. I have 2 left feet, but I gave it a go. And what I found was, if you want to find people anywhere in the world, really, in the case of Yelp, you can just go on there and search. Let's use a coffee product as an example, because that's what it was, a ceramic coffee dripper that I sell. And I wanted to find people that are into coffee. I didn't want to find people that are willing to make the sacrifice and receive my product for free. I'm running a business. I want you to buy at full price. I want you to be compliant on Amazon, and I want a quality review. I don't want great product, love it, does nothing for me on a review, So I went and just searched for coffee houses locally. And what happens is, especially on Yelp, is there's hundreds, if not thousands, of reviewers that are reviewing coffee. These are reviewers. They buy stuff. They didn't go in there and ask for a free coffee to review.
This is their hobby. This is what they do to enjoy life. Yes. They review coffee.
Yes, this is what they love. So we looked in there, and in this case, I brought in some virtual assistants. I've always worked with virtual assistants. This is a tedious task. And what we did was we eliminated everyone that had these one-liners like "great," "love it," right. And we looked for these people. When you can write 3 paragraphs on a Frappuccino, you drink coffee. Like, you're somebody that I want writing about my stuff. And we would reach out to them and we'd let them know, look, we're a coffee company. We have these products. We're looking for people to help us improve the products. It was 3 or 4 instances or touches of communication before we spoke about Amazon or eBay or Overstock, anything like that. We really built the relationship there. And during that, you're getting an email address, you're getting the phone number, you're building you're connecting with someone real. And in that sense, if you're doing it locally with these Yelp review services, they're local. So you meet them in person, you go to events. It worked fantastic there. A little aside, some people tell me, I don't have a coffee product, Carlos. Like, what do? I sell wrenches, or I sell shower heads. Like, how does that apply?
Totally unsexy.
Right. I'm like, just think about it for a second. There's Angie's List. You go to Angie's List. This is where all these people hang out. These are people that buy these things in bulk and install them in homes. This is what they do. So go to those sites that do that. You probably are not going to find very many wrench reviews on Yelp, but you will on Angie's List. We did stuff like that, and we just amassed. Reviews have never been an issue for us, and real reviews with real people. So it's been wild. It's been super. It's been awesome.
I got to tell you something. As you're thinking about it, I'm thinking about a buddy of mine who owns a chimney company, right? And he's remarkably successful, and for certain products, right? And he also, lives by reviews and Angie's List, that sort of thing. That is I've never thought about that. I think that's absolutely tremendous. Like, now I'm thinking, okay, who are all the different entrepreneurs that we deal with on a weekly basis who aren't even on Amazon, and to educate them about, the importance of reviews, and they know it. And when I talk to business people, they're like, of course, like his name is David, and he's a tremendous business person. And, he lives, if I left him, but listen, when you buy something on Amazon, leave them a review. Leave them a review. It means everything. It grows the sales. It gets you the buy box. I mean, this is vital stuff and boots on the ground. Before we talked about, I think I glossed over it a bit, or I rushed through it, how you got people to text like pork or bacon or something.
Yes.
I know you used some service from our conversation yesterday when I cross-examined the hell out of you. Okay.
Yes.
So as we are working closer to me revealing the secret to happy life and successful business, okay.
Yes.
Explain a little bit more how you used that chat mechanism or that texting mechanism?
Yeah. The tool I use is Slicktext. There's a few tools out there. I use this one for a few reasons. First of all, it's a great service, and it's super affordable. You can start on a plan. I believe it runs about $20 a month, and it gives you 2 keywords. So
and we are doing no affiliate marketing, no kickbacks, no nothing from Slicktext. Okay?
No, nothing.
Carlos is just telling you something that he personally uses that works to get reviews.
Yes, and so it's a great service. Their customer service is amazing, and 2 other things that I really liked from them is, one of them is you can use your instead of a trigger word, you can kind of convert your trigger word in a way to a QR code. So like I mentioned in the Starbucks and stuff, not everyone uses QR codes, but the ones that do use them. And other people, it really just invites curiosity. Someone's like, I wonder where this is going to go. And always a key thing when I put a QR code somewhere, I also include the most popular Android and iPhone app that you can use for scanning in case you don't have one on the phone. So Slicktext will allow you to convert a QR code to get people on your list, if you will. The other thing is for certain like Father's Day discounts that I may want to blast out. This is after someone has already, purchased from me, left me a review or not. But I have a promotion that I want to do later on, and it may have a 5 or 10% code. My goal here is not reviews. It's just a holiday deal. What I would do is Slicktext will allow you to upload a list of codes, one-time codes that they will distribute as people send in a keyword. So it was perfect for as a promotional tool with SMS, and I noticed a lot of the other tools didn't have it. For an experiment on how it works, and I guess I ask you, I have a Slicktext code that will take people to my Amazon group. Can I share the number? Or?
Yeah, sure. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, if anyone texts the word Amazon to 69922.
Hold on. Amazon to 69922.
Yeah, if you text the word Amazon to 69922, it's going to send you the Facebook group. It'll send you the Instagram. It'll send you the meetup. These are just URLs where you can go check it out and join or not, or just see how the tool works. There's a hit stop if you never want to receive, and Slicktext wouldn't even let me send you anything else if you didn't want that. And then I also use one for my book club. It's just unrelated to Amazon, just entrepreneurs reading books. But if you text the word book to 69922, so it's an amazing tool. I mean, you're in the lines at Starbucks. I keep saying Starbucks, but at the fair, in traffic, anywhere, and you talk about something, and you obviously talk passionately about it because it's what you do. And it's hard to say, oh, email me. They don't do that, but everyone has a phone there, and I could just tell them, text this word. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me and connect to everything I got.
Hey, so I'm going to put on the screen here. Also, the viewers who are watching live, I'm going to start putting your comments. If you have any questions, please just type them in. So I want to thank Callie. She is in Australia. She is one of the thought leaders on online sales, on eBay, on Amazon. I don't know what time it is there. I just know it's way different than here. I think they're 14 hours ahead of us. So thank you very much for your awesome hello. And for any sellers who have not yet expanded into Australia, absolutely do it. You may not make a ton of money right now, but it's going to explode. And hook up with Callie's Facebook group for sellers who are getting into the Australian market. She is awesome. Her group is awesome. They share information, and I can't say enough good things. Absolutely a great group to join. Also, there are certain events in Australia. Retail Global, which is going to be in Vegas in October, also holds an event in Gold Coast, Australia, which is tremendous. And this is where Carlos is going to finish his dive training and go diving with me.
Yes,
I did it, and I did my certification in the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, it was absolutely killer. And it's 2:33 a.m. I can't believe you're joining me in the middle of the night. Thank you. I am blessed to have such great colleagues and great friends in this Amazon business. I'd
love to have someone that's knowledgeable of Australia to come into the Wizards of Amazon group too and share your group, Callie, and talk about Australia. That'd be awesome.
It's great emerging market. It's less threatening to other markets because it's English speaking. And now, like, there's so little competition that when you start getting reviews, you're going to keep those reviews hopefully forever. and get the buy box in an enormous country, an affluent country. Culturally, no culture is exactly the same, but seems very similar in terms of products that are bought and sold there. I mean, it's just a fantastic market to be there, to get in right away and start growing your business there. I mean, just tremendous. Okay, what else do you think? Also, when we get off this, I want you to help me. Thank you, Kelly. Right here, here's the comment. There we go. I love praise. Now we're getting towards the end. We're getting towards the end of me revealing the secret of a happy life. We're getting there. We're not there yet. Okay. All right. What else, Carlos? What else do you think our listeners need to know?
Let's see. Review wise, with those three alone, the listeners won't need anything else. Like anyone trying to get reviews won't need anything else. I would say an important thing though is before going to any of these spots, before putting a paper in Starbucks, before setting up a tent at a farmer's market, you need to have your back end done. Like I see this with some people from the meetup group. They go out and they put a QR code up and they connect to Slicktext and the code goes out. They get an email address, but there's no automation set up afterwards. There's no follow-up. There's no welcome. A person gets on there and they don't know what else to do next. So
that's vital. That's absolutely vital. I gotta tell you something. So yesterday, I was blessed to speak at a tennis industry event just yesterday. And the people I spoke to, I have their business cards and I keep it in my pocket right here so that I know the very next day I send out an email thanking them for the meeting, following up. I mean, what is the point of doing the text marketing if you're not going to follow up? So get your infrastructure ready, clear your calendar because it's going to work, and you got to make sure you follow up and really capitalize on what you've done. Yeah.
Another thing is don't get frustrated with the negative reviews that come in. I mean,
tell them what you do with negative reviews. This rocked my world. I thought this was great.
Which one? Because I do a bunch of things with negative reviews.
I'm not cutting you off. Tell our listeners about how you handle negative reviews.
But which one? Like which way? Because I do a few. I don't remember which one you're referring to.
Your choice. Just start teaching.
Okay. Well, first of all, my response for handling negative reviews on Amazon is very simple. Some people might not agree, but my thing is my reply is pretty much this. I apologize that they received this product the way it is or the experience they had. I let them know that I've already initiated a refund. I let them know that there's no need to send the product back because I don't want to inconvenience them further. And I ask them to send me their ship to address so that I can send them another product for free. Now, I do that for products that I sell, whether it's $10.99 or $149.99. And what I found out there is just people are just blown away by stuff like that. And they just want they want to buy what you got. It doesn't matter if it's paper clips. It doesn't matter if it's scuba equipment. They're just blown away by you, and they tell all of your friends about it. Now, other people that leave negative reviews say pre-Amazon, like they said, I don't like your stuff, and we're communicating on Slicktext. We bring these people in, and we let them know that we are blown away by what they said, and we want to improve our product. And this isn't just smoke and mirrors either. This isn't manipulation to get them to retract anything. We've learned a great deal. People will tell us things and we're just like, wow, like that would change everything. We would dominate the market now if we did that. This is someone that uses this more than us, and we use it as an opportunity. We let them know we want to bring them in, and not only did they leave a negative review, we want them to review the rest of our stuff. So because we want to learn from this experience of this negative review. Whereas a lot of other people I've noticed, they get a negative review and immediately it's my competitor sabotaging my listing. And I'm like, well, you got 4 out of 10 negative reviews. They're saying the same thing. Like, is there a chance that you could use this as an opportunity to improve your product? You brought up an example yesterday when we're on the phone that is 100% true, and I do something similar. I don't know if you want to say it or if I say it.
Well, it wasn't my idea. Okay, listen, right. I think that one of my skills, part of my skill set, is recognizing other people's great ideas. Okay. So this wasn't my idea. It was someone that we interviewed on one of these webinars. And what they did, they used the reviews, the negative reviews, to redo their listing, to edit their listing, right? So they did the same thing. They refund the money, offer them a free product, all the things you need to do to keep Amazon's customers happy. But then let's say it's like a shoe that doesn't fit people with wide feet. they use that negative review from someone with a very, very wide foot to indicate right there in the detail page that these shoes are not the best for people with wide feet. And it does a lot of things. It prevents people from buying your product that are not going to be happy with it, which prevents returns, prevents your ODR going through the roof, right? And it prevents negative reviews. And if you do get suspended, it gives us a really, really great tool to use when we write your plan of action. They could say, we learned this, 18 months ago. We then immediately changed the detail page. And here's a screenshot where we told people right off the bat, this is not the best for people with wide feet. And you can really turn a negative into a positive and address the issue, and also then protect your account long-term, from suspensions or the ability to get your product back or to get that ASIN back if you do get suspended. It's a great way of using it. And you try and make the customer happy. And you can even tell the customer, listen, we also want you to let you know that based upon your review, we've altered our detail page. So, thank you very much. And humans need to be listened to, okay? They need to know someone's on the other side. And that's why, I think one of the reasons we're successful is because we let Amazon sellers talk to us, as opposed to Amazon, we either get nobody to talk to, or you get someone who can't really do anything. We purposely allow Amazon sellers to explain, what they're going through so we can address, what's going on. People need to be heard. So if your customers are saying this is no good for wide feet, you need to listen to that person, alter it, and turn that into a negative. And you might even turn that customer into a lifelong customer for other products that fit either their wider feet or other products you're selling.
Absolutely. That's brilliant. And that's one of the other things we do is we use it to tweak our listing to make it more accurate, more as described, which is what people want online. They're not on it. They can't grab it from the shelf and, bang it around and do anything. Like this is all they got, the title. And those reviews are critical, even the negative ones for.
Let me interrupt one more time. I'm sorry. Callie, I don't remember off the top of my head the name of the group. Send me the name of the group and I'll post it right on the screen, because if you're getting into Australia, you got to join Callie's group. Okay. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Callie, I'll share it in my group so people can know about it and go over and join your group. That'll be great.
Okay. What else would you like our sellers to know?
We could go on and on for hours about great boots on the ground review stuff. I would say let's stay in contact. Connect with me on Instagram at Wizards of Amazon, or definitely both. Join our Facebook group for Wizards of Amazon. We have lots of great things going on. It's a very open group. A lot of people share their products, real strategies, real sellers. We put together, if you're into private label, for example, we put together a free massive group to China, trip to China that's coming up in October, free. Obviously, you pay your room, your hotel, all that, but we don't charge anything for you to go with us. Last time we had 55 people. This time we're going to have over 100. And we're just constantly going to different events together as a group, so it's not so intimidating. Trade shows. It's a great group, and I'd love to connect with you and talk more about reviews and Amazon and how not to get suspended.
When is your trip to China, and what parts of China are you heading to? I'm going to be there in October as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you going to be?
Go to Global Sources in Hong Kong, which is 27th, 26th, 27th, 28th, I think.
Right, like between phase 2 and phase 3 of the Canton Fair. We're going over there. I'll see you there.
That's great. That's great. So anyway, let me promote the event, because it's absolutely fantastic. Megla, who's the organizer, is absolutely terrific. If you haven't been to China yet, if you haven't started sourcing or developing your private label products, or even if you have, to get your feet wet in China, Global Sources is tremendous. It's right there at the airport. There are 2 hotels right at the airport where you fly in. You don't need a visa for Hong Kong. And it's in the same building, similar to ASD in Las Vegas, where you have the manufacturers in the facility downstairs. You have fantastic lectures upstairs. And it's both inspirational and incredibly educational. And Megla attracts the top speakers in the world. So we'll be there. I'll be attending the fashion event, because we help a lot of people sell fashion on Amazon, and we'll be giving out free copies of the #1 book on avoiding Amazon suspensions and getting your accounts back if you do get suspended or you lose an ASIN. Also, this is the 2017, 2018 version, and the 2018, 2019 version is coming up quick. And I got a wall full of books here. So if you would like a free copy of our book and you're domestic in the US, shoot me an email and I will send you a free copy of the book. Because I don't want these to go to waste. And then I also want you to leave us great reviews, how you love the book. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me do a couple of things. One, Carlos, thank you very, very much. Okay, these boots on the ground methods, I don't see any problem with it. I mean, I don't see any reason that these could blow up in your face. You're educating people, then they are buying the products at full price, and then a portion of them will leave you a review. So I think it's really, really great. I believe this is white hat. Number two, if you are shopping on Amazon, like we all do, okay, sometimes it's a love-hate relationship. If you're shopping on Amazon, please use the Amazon Smiles program, okay? Please use it, and please pick the Louis Campbell Foundation. It is a charity started by a frat brother of mine, and they lost their son Ty to brain cancer, and him and his beautiful wife Cindy turned this tragedy into triumph. And what they did is they created a foundation in his name. I'm typing it right now, called the Louis Campbell Foundation. And all they do is raise money for research into better treatments and cures for pediatric cancers. And Lou and Cindy, I am honored to be your friend. And Lou, from the knucklehead you were in college to the man you've become, is just phenomenal. I mean, just Louis Campbell Foundation. It costs you nothing as a consumer also. Also, I want to talk about a couple events that are coming up. We have Retail Global in Las Vegas, which is going to be absolutely tremendous. It's the same organizer, Phil Leahy, who organizes events also in Australia. It's going to be in Las Vegas. I think they're up to 5 different streams or tracks, so you really can go from room to room and learn what you need and get inspired on what you need. And also, Ecom Chicago is also going to be absolutely fantastic, okay? Mark Levine, who's the organizer, is a tremendous business person, a tremendous entrepreneur. So Ecom Chicago is also huge. Also, if you have learned anything, if you like Carlos, okay, any nuggets you're going to use in your business, or if you want more information, please leave a review of this video that you've learned something and that Carlos is awesome, or that I'm bearable, okay? And
you're awesome.
And here now, wait, here, I'm going to show Callie. It must be like 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So look at this, okay? I think I'm blocking your head, so I don't know if you could grow a little taller, Carlos, or not. Mine's coming up a little bit. There we go. I want everyone to start selling in Australia for the long-term plan for success. I also want you to join this Facebook group. It's absolutely fantastic, okay? And Callie is a really, really great person. I'm really, really blessed to have her as a friend. So here is the, I believe, my secret, and I learned this over many, many years. If you want to be able to have time to focus on your business and to be successful, and you want to be happy, and you want to go home and have a happy home, happy wife, happy life. All right? That's it. So here's a shout out to my awesome wife, Ellie, who also runs our human resources department here. I hope I'm keeping you happy. Ellie is fantastic. So that is you have business golden nuggets to follow through about getting reviews. The Amazon Wizards of Amazon on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. And thank you very, very much for joining us. Please share it, please like it, and please check out Wizards of Amazon. All right, Carlos, thank you very much for being on.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.